Back again with another one. Blue is our city, Manchester City fan channel. First off, let me just get this out the way. I definitely been gone for 2 days, but we're preparing for the holidays over here in the States, and I want to wish everybody out there happy Thanksgiving video. So peace, love to everybody. Make sure you hugging your family, letting everybody know you're giving thanks, given the year that we've had. You know, we all had a lot of ups and downs throughout this year due to what time we living in right now. So just make sure you love your family. I plan to do mine a little bit later on today. But at the end of the day, I wanted to make this video so that way we could talk about the Olympiacos game. Anybody who's been watching my channel knows that I don't talk a lot about the Champions League, but it's important to reflect on where we've been at right now. You know, overall our form, that's what we're going to talk about. So getting straight into it, you know, let's talk about this match yesterday. I mean, Olympiacos review. I mean, we have already won our first 3 games in Champions League. I figured we was going to win this game. You know, really wasn't much to talk about. But overall, like in the beginning of the match, the one thing I noticed was that Sterling was on the pitch. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the players that were actually out there that I wasn't expecting to be out there first and foremost. I wasn't expecting Rodri to start. Let me know if you guys out there, you guys are other City fans out there. You guys let me know if you expected Rodri to start. I didn't expect Rodri to start. I didn't expect Sterling to start. You know what I mean? I was shocked that Sterling started. Rodri. Who else was I a little shocked to see out there? I don't know, maybe, you know, but all in all, definitely them two, I definitely think were the standouts. I really didn't expect them to play, and I was a little shocked that they were on the pitch. Gabriel Jesus, too. Let me say that. Gabriel Jesus, I didn't expect Aguero to play, but I thought that this might be an opportunity for Pep to bring Liam into the side, you know, but I know that we are through, but, you know, we're not at that pinnacle point, which we want to be leaders of the group. So I figured that, you know, maybe we weren't going to get that. But it would have been nice to see Liam. That's just me being a dreamer. Let me know, other City fans out there, if you guys thought that Liam should have started today. Maybe that's what we want to see. But getting back into the match, John Stones started, Benjamin Mendy started, Foden started, which was good to see, you know, which was really good to see. I was really glad that those 3 actually got a chance, because Phil Foden, honestly, and I think other City fans have realized, is that we want to see Foden in the team a little bit more, especially in the Premier League. You know, we definitely want to see him. So it was good that he was there. Who else? You know, a few other players in there. But when we got into the game, the one thing that I would say was that, you know, the pressing was there. Early on, the pressing was there, bro. And the pressing was there with that front 4. And I think one thing that Guardiola is starting to realize is that his best pressure group, or the group that's going to get the most out of pressing, is going to be Gabriel Jesus, is going to be Bernardo Silva, is going to be Raheem Sterling, and is also going to be Phil Foden. They were just out there pressing, and you could see us out there pressing a lot more. And I think it was very interesting what he did, especially with Bernardo, because Bernardo kind of, you know, one thing I'm seeing is that these players are switching up everywhere, and I'm going to touch upon that a little bit later, but these players are just kind of switching everywhere as far as positions. But Bernardo, especially with the pressing game, Pep is realizing that he's kind of like in this weird dilemma with Bernardo. If you have Bernardo further back in the Gundogan position, you're really taking away from what Bernardo does best, which is his pressing. And that's what we saw in this game. You saw him and Jesus up front, especially when we did not have the ball. You know, Jesus might have been on the right side of being that striker role, that number 9 position, but Bernardo was up there right alongside him, just providing that pressure. And I think that Pep's starting to realize that if we want to press and get back to where we was in the 17 season, we need these 4 players on there. Yeah, you could substitute maybe Bernardo for Kevin with his pressing, but, you know, that's really what we're seeing now. Getting into the match, I mean, match starts, you know, we created some real chances early on. I thought that there was a couple of opportunities, especially within the first 8 minutes of the match, that Foden tried to do something. I think there was one pass that he got through and kind of dipped past somebody. It really started from his pressing. We lost the ball. Then he gets the ball right back, and then next thing you know, he goes around one player, shoots on the left-hand side, keeper blocks it. I thought there was another opportunity where Gabriel Jesus just needed to shoot. And one thing that I'm hearing from other City fans out there is that we're not clinical enough. And really what I want to dissect or peel back that onion a little bit is that we just don't take shots enough times. There are times where we just need to be shooting. And when you think about it, there was a moment where Gabriel Jesus was in this game. I think it was around like maybe 7th, 8th, and 9th minute mark, to where there was an opportunity where he was through. He just didn't shoot, you know, for some reason. Our players need to start understanding, bro. You might only get that one chance, whether it's shooting. After you make that first move and you in the box, maybe you have to take a long shot from a little bit outside the box. I know we try to walk in it back in the net and try to walk it all the way through, but that stuff ain't working all the time, bro. Sometimes we got to take them little pop shots, and I know Guardiola doesn't like it. Or sometimes Gabriel Jesus and other players, they just wait a little bit too long just to shoot. Bro, just get in there, shoot, bro. That's all I really want to see. But, Foden, like I said, he created that moment in the 8th minute. Gabriel Jesus had some moments. I just wanted to shoot a little bit more, man, being really, like, aggressive as far as his shooting. So that's really all I noticed. I mean, there were times right when in the game, and I'll get on to the goal here in just a second. But when you really looked at the goal that we created, which came around like the 37th minute mark, I mean, it really wasn't much. We had opportunities in the first half, but we were controlling the ball, we were controlling the possession, which you expected. But there were times to where I think I'm kind of getting off track a little bit. Let me go back into it with the goal. The goal actually came from the 35th minute mark, where I think it was nice. Gundogan had a pass. He passes out to Jesus. Jesus was on the left wing at this point in the match, and he gets the ball. Raheem Sterling's kind of running in there in the number 9 position or striker position, kind of coming from the right to the left. He does a little back heel. Foden gets it, Foden shoots. So let's just talk about that for a second. And what I mean with that was with Jesus. The one thing you're starting to see with this team, at least I'm knowing, I want other City fans to, let me know if you're seeing something different. He is switching everything up. These players are not necessarily in certain positions. Yes, Sterling might start off on the right, and we've always pretty much been fluid as a team. But, if you listen to Guardiola, people who've been watching him, the one thing that they'll tell you is that he's really in love with midfielders. And what we're seeing is he's in love with midfielders to the point where these guys are switching. They out there looking like we just got 4 front players who can be on the left, who could be on the right. They just all over the place. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing you're starting to switch. But that's the one thing you're starting to see with the switching. Gabriel Jesus in this game, bro, there were points to where he was a left winger. There were points where he was a right winger. I ideally want to see my strikers in the box because I want to see opportunities where, Gabriel Jesus, plus he's the tallest out of those 4, you kind of want to see him in the box. But the goal actually came from him being on the left-hand side, linking up with Sterling. Sterling links back to Foden. Foden shoots. So we're seeing that, but I'm starting to notice that these players are just moving all around the pitch. One thing I liked about yesterday's match, even in that first half, as we're watching that first half, it was so refreshing to see. That's one thing I loved about Benjamin Mendy starting today was, it's nice to see a left-footed play on the left-handed side, on the left side. It's nice to see Bernardo when he was on the left side because there were points in this match to where Foden could be at that wing position. He's linking up with Mendy. Mendy's linking up with Silva. But all the lefties were on the left-hand side. You had Sterling, Rodri, Jesus on the right. It was nice really to see that, and I thought it was rather refreshing. But that's where the goal came from. I mean, that's what really most of the opportunities within. And then the second half started. We had a lot of, opportunities straight out the gate in the second half. In the second half, we were blitzing them from like the 46th maybe to the 50th minute mark. I can remember 2 chances in particular where I think Bernardo had a chance in there where he gets the ball on the left hand side, he dribbles in, he takes a little shot there. It was an on target shot, but he needed a little bit more power on the ball. And what we're seeing from Bernardo is all these different positions are cool that he's playing and he's trying to adapt to this new style, but put them shooting boots on, Bernardo, like we know you can. Like, there was one opportunity, like I said, this one opportunity where he's drifting in from the right. He cuts in on his left foot, and he has a nice little opportunity, but it looks like a little pop shot. Maybe put a little bit more force on that. So he needs to get his shooting boots on, and that chance happened. I can't remember what mark it was. I think it might have been in the 47th minute mark. Gundogan had a chance where I think a ball rebounded to him. So we need to be a little bit more clinical on our chances. And Bernardo had another chance to where I think he linked up with Sterling because Sterling was on the right-hand side, and then he dips the ball back to Bernardo or some kind of fumble play. Bernardo tries to back heel it into the goal. So, he just needs to have his shooting boots on. I remember 3 chances from Bernardo where I think he could have scored at least in one of those opportunities. So we pretty much control this game like I think most of us really expected. That's the plan. Then all around, he brought in some subs where I thought it was good. Some of them were a little weird, meaning like Zinchenko came on. I think that was a good opportunity for Zinchenko to come on and kind of get some fitness. But, Mendy's not been playing lately. Zinchenko's not been playing lately. I would have liked to see just Mendy stick out the game because I thought Mendy was pretty all right. He was down the left-hand side. He was whipping balls in the left hand on the left-hand side. And, he had some two opportunities where he just whipped that ball in low and hard. And, our players, they try to take a touch and then they kind of breaks down, but they just need to be first time in that thing. You might miss a shot. You might not hit the target at all, bro. But, don't be trying to take touches when, Mindy's whipping that ball in. Yesterday, that ball was flying in there. So I would have liked to see them do that. So, but my point with that is that I would have liked to see Mindy just stay in the game or just start Zinchenko, because I understand that he's trying to get both of them some fitness, but I don't think one of them is going to play at Burnley. I would like to see Mindy start at Burnley, but I don't think he's going to do that. When is Zinchenko's next time going to be to really start? Maybe one of these cup games. So I don't know. It was nice to see the young lad Tommy Doyle come on. Tommy Doyle got a chance. I think he came on for Gundogan late in the match. And I read somewhere, I think I heard somebody say that. I think it was somebody's birthday in his family or something. I don't think it was his birthday, but it was nice for him to get a shout and get a chance to play out there. I think that I would have liked to see one of the youth guys start, this match. I think it was definitely an opportunity where Liam could have been playing, or maybe we could have seen Cole Palmer start, you know what I mean? But we didn't see one of them start. I'm not putting Foden in there because Foden's not a youth player anymore. Like, he's a first teamer automatically. So we definitely established that. But, in this next Champions League match, I really do hope that Pep, gives these opportunities to these young kids, man, because bro, there's opportunities that we could be playing these young kids. Even last year, Pep got to start playing these young kids, man. Get them a chance. Aguero came on late, and I definitely want to say thoughts and prayers out to Maradona and his family. Condolences going out to them. Condolences kind of going out to Sergio too. I know Sergio traveled with the team already. He definitely made an appearance, but this is just me. Maybe I'm a little bit different. You guys let me know out there as other City fans. Did you think it was weird when Sergio Aguero came on the pitch? I know he just found that he traveled with the team already to the match, but finding out that Maradona, somebody that's a part of his life basically forever, that person passed away. I thought it was weird the way he was thrown into the match, or maybe I'm speaking out of bounds because maybe Sergio and the family understood that he was having some difficulties or whatever, but I thought it was weird that he even played. I would have much rather, and maybe that's just the human element of it for me, is that I thought he should have just kind of sat on the side and, let him get an opportunity just to reflect on those good moments he had with Maradona. So shouts, condolences, thoughts, and prayers out to the Maradona family. We wish y'all all the best of luck, Sergio. We hope that you're dealing with the loss in a very positive way, and let us know if we could be of any assistance to you. But, Mahrez came on, and he came on late in the match. I thought this was one of the matches, personally, for me. I didn't think Sterling should have started this match. Maybe we're trying to get him a little bit more fitness, but I would have liked to see Mahrez start this game. And the reason why I wanted to see Mahrez is so that way I don't see him starting against Burnley. That's just me. And I'm not hating. I just thought he was going to start this game, bro. But, at the end of the day, it was 1-0. This match is... It wasn't sexy, bro. It wasn't sexy. It was just like, job well done. But I do think we created a little bit more. Pep learned that when we had all the lefties on the left-hand side, all the righties on the right-hand side, we were linking up with our 1-2s a little bit better than Tottenham. Stats were, I think, 22 shots. 11 of them were on target. How many of these chances were really clear-cut? I mean, I can remember maybe I thought that back heel from Bernardo, if he would have put a little bit more power on that shot, and I know that in that moment he probably just trying to get his foot on the ball, but that was one opportunity we could have scored. We scored the opportunity with Foden, maybe around 4 or 5 opportunities throughout the match where we could have had at least more than one goal, but at the end of the day we win, and that's what happens. Standout performers of the match, and this is just me again, maybe I'm a little biased on this, but I really thought John Stones looked good. I really did, bro. I know a lot of City fans throughout the years with John Stones, and I know people talk about, he cost 50 million, son. He's a bust, yada, yada, yada. I've always been giving it up to Stones. If it wasn't for Stones, we might have won a league title. That's in my opinion, him making that cross off the line. But in retrospect, back to this game, I thought he looked good, bro. There were times that way you could see that he was pushing us forward and he was driving the ball. I mean, he linked up with Sterling one time to where they linked up, and he's just bypassing the midfield. He don't care, man. He was getting that ball out on that right center back side and just linking it up to Sterling and try to get the ball going forward, bro. He did that one time. He missed Sterling, but the intent was there. I thought, honestly, for me, he was my man of the match because I wasn't expecting much from John, and I was glad to see John go out there and be able to do stuff, bro. I think John was dope. John was doing good. Foden, you could argue that Foden was the man of the match because he definitely was creating opportunities, kind of weaving his way in and around players, scoring the goals. So you could look at it that way. Mendy, was good to see Mendy out there, flying around, getting forward. Defensively, let's just keep it real. They didn't have much work to really do in this match, but I thought that he did look good, especially going forward when he was out there on that left-hand side, whipping that ball in. Now, against other opponents, he might not have the opportunity because I'm more concerned about him getting back than whipping that ball in, but that's just my takeaways from the game. Let me know if you guys thought something differently, but, I definitely want to see going forward in the Champions League until we get to the, round of 16. Pep, please, if you can, bro, please give the young kids a chance to play. I don't care if it's Cole Palmer next time or, Tommy Doyle, if you're going to put him out there. Liam needs to play. It doesn't have to just be in the League Cup, you know what I mean? Play him in this opportunity, see what we got, and just give our players a rest, you know what I mean? So definitely do that. And, wasn't sexy like I said, and some people going to be upset, but what we are finding out is that Pep is going to be a little bit more pragmatic, and we are winning games 1-0, where previously, we try to batter teams, and I know we want to get back to battering teams in an offensive way, but we are seeing that maybe our team is a little bit stronger. We wasn't strong against Tottenham, so pump the brakes on that a little bit, but, we are where we are. So in closing, I want to say, thoughts and prayers out to everybody with the Maradona family, just hoping them all, just to help them with their thoughts and prayers and their condolences to them, to Sergio. I know that was somebody you lost in your life, and thoughts and prayers go out to you. Also, too, take this moment. It's Thanksgiving over here. Thank your family, hug your loved ones, enjoy your turkey, and I'll see you next time. Peace.